What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? We are on the first floor of the New England Motorcycle Museum, and this bike here, my heart skipped a beat when I saw this roll out of the collector's garage. Just something about the body style on this, the tank style. It is just absolutely beautiful. In my opinion, it's modern art. It's a 1967 Honda CL77 Scrambler. This is Honda's on-off-road enduro bike of that era. And it has the original red frame with the gray paint job on it. It just pops. Something about the upswept pipe. Look at the design of the Honda engineers here. The 2-in-1 muffler on this thing. The muffler is in beautiful condition. There's no rust through on it. It's got a little bit of surface rust on the back. The original shrouds, heat shields are in beautiful condition. The original seat is beautiful. The tank has the badges on it, original factory badges, and knee protectors. This bike is ready to go on display in the museum as it sits. It was in a collector's care for about 30 years. The guy had panheads, shovelheads, knuckleheads, and a whole shitload of Hondas. He was getting up there in years. They had some financial issues, sold us 25 of his bikes. And of the entire collection, this is the one that stole my heart. Mark Vesco, he fell in love with this bike. A few of us here, we really wanted to restore it, but we won't get to this bike for at least a year. And frankly, we're selling these bikes to raise continuation funds for the museum. The museum was closed for 4 months due to COVID. Well, our mortgage and bills piled up. So we're not going out of business, hell no. We're just liquidating some of our primo inventory to pay the bills. So this is the Type 1 motor, the CL77. I believe it's 300 cc's, 5-speed transmission, kickstart. Just a beautiful piece, man, the way it is. The rack on the back here could be sent out and re-chromed. Any of the parts on here could be re-chromed. It's a really cool piece. I think this is a Honda rack from the Honda Motor Company collection of accessories, but I'm not sure. I believe these are the original handlebars. The only items that I think aren't original is some of the paint job and the grips on it. 7,474 low miles showing on the original factory odometer, which is in beautiful condition. The Nippon Seiki, I think I pronounced that right. The switch for the headlight's in good shape. The headlight bucket's beautiful. The front fender is in good condition, nice and straight, as is the front end. The fork tooth guards. It is missing the foot peg on the right-hand side, and it's missing the foot peg on the left-hand side. I don't know how to explain that. I think someone stole them off of it for another bike, and it's also missing the shifter. So it's going to need a new shifter shaft and shifter, and probably a little, carb clean, battery, just the typical stuff you need for a bike that's been sitting for 30 years. The engine is actually seized also, but that's an easy thing to fix. You pull the top end off and hone up the cylinders. The engine's not worn out with 7,000 miles. It's been sitting for 3 decades. So well preserved, original New England classic. Traditionally, we only ride 6 months of the year here. We get a lot of snow, just like our friends in Canada, and then we get a lot of rain in the summertime too. So not your ultimate place to be riding. So you get 3-4 months out of the year that they're ridden and they sit. So when a bike like this sits, the carbs get gummed up, and then the battery dies, and the guy who owned it is getting older. Let's face it, the bike's over 50 years old. So just a stunning classic. Has the original toolbox right here. Look at the toolbox, zoom in on that. The original carburetors are in good shape. The cylinder head has no damage on the cylinder head or fins or cases. Just a beautiful piece, man. It's gonna have a low reserve. The NADA value, I checked it up in the NADA, and I have the comprehensive blue book over here. The #1 condition is $7,000. So if you restored it, it's a $7,000 to $10,000 bike fully restored. So, or keep it the way it is as modern art, just the way it is. Roll it into your restaurant bar or hang it from the ceiling of your airplane hangar. It's a beautiful piece. I have a lot of bikes I can look at. Hey, listen, I'm a little jaded, right? We have 300 museum quality bikes here. Another 100 waiting to be restored, and 125. We have 500 bikes here. We're auctioning off 125. So I'm a little jaded. So for me to get excited when I see a bike, something about the smooth classic lines of this thing is just right, you know. 4-cylinder Honda, get it running. They'll give you miles of smiles. So, Junior, is there anything you'd like to add about this stunner?
We can ship it anywhere in the States inexpensively. Message your zip for a quote. Guys, there's not much to say on this one. Stunning piece and definitely worthy of mechanical restoration.
Needs a little love, but heck, I don't even know if I'd repaint it. Just leave it original looking like this, the patina that's on it. It's super cool. Hate to see her go. If you want to leave her on display in the museum, buy it and leave it here. This bike I would offer free museum storage for it. I just put it on display the way it is, so for as long as you wish. So, and we don't do that for too many bikes. We're getting pretty picky here because the museum's full of bikes. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. God bless America.